refugees, characterizing the actions as inhumane. The repatriation of Afghans follows Islamabad's accusation that Kabul is harboring militant groups behind terrorist attacks in Pakistan. Kabul denies this and has instead urged Pakistan to not put the lives of Afghan refugees at risk.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. It is a Thursday, the 27th day of March for 2025, as we get you up and get you going here this morning. A lot to talk about here today. The Nebraska softball team was in action last night as they took on Omaha. They beat the Mavericks by the score of 5-0. The Nebraska women's bowling team was selected as the second seed for the 2025 NCAA Bowling Regionals to begin postseason competition. They're going to be traveling to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, coming up on April 4th and 5th. The Nebraska men's basketball team will play Arizona State on Monday in the first round of the College Basketball Crown out in Las Vegas. We've got some comments coming up from Husker head coach Fred Hoiberg. The Creighton men's basketball team losing a couple of players to the transfer portal. Hastings College softball team in action last night with a conference doubleheader against Concordia. We'll tell you how they did. Hastings High baseball team, the Adams Central baseball team, going to be in action today. Jeremiah Slough, who stepped down as the head boys basketball coach at Grand Island Senior High earlier this week, has got himself a new job. We'll tell you about that coming up. Major League Baseball season gets underway today. NCAA men's basketball tournament continues tonight. So lots of things to discuss as we get you going here on this Thursday morning as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning.
And a good morning to you, Mike, as we get going here on opening day for Major League Baseball, and already some comments rolling in as we get set to embark upon the 162-game journey, my man.
Yeah, I've always said it's way, way, way too long, but nevertheless, game one of 162 games is today for a lot of the teams. I think everybody's in action with the exception of, two teams today?
Yeah, we've got the Rockies and the D-backs. They're going to go and have their opening day on Friday. Not sure why they didn't want to join the rest of the baseball universe, but that's the decision made there. Lou Dog already chiming in, opening day for his Go Cubs Go 4-game series against the Diamondbacks. And it'll be a late night for Lou Dog. I think that's like a 9:40 start time tonight. So keeping the midnight oil burning bright, my man.
Lou Dog is not going to make it till the end of that game. No way. If that thing is getting started at 9:40 tonight, there's no way in hell the Lou Dog is going to make it to the final pitch of the ninth inning.
Naps. Day naps.
Yeah, or naps during the game. No, you'll listen to the start. You listen to the start, and then you snooze, and then you get up about the sixth inning, check the score, then you lay back down on the couch. And, I'll finish this things off. No, then you get up about the ninth inning, or after the game is over and they're in the post game or into the news, then you got to run to your phone and see how the Cubbies did.
This sounds like personal experience from you watching late games before.
Well, a lot of those games, even in basketball, when they play like the national championship game, it starts late and there's a bunch of commercials and the halftime is long, and you've really got to want to see the end of the game to stay up. It's like 11 or 12 o'clock before they get done. And we get up early for this show. So, a lot of times I catch myself football when they have Monday Night Football. Mm-hmm. I'll start off by watching it, and I slowly get to the couch and lay down. And then
That's your fatal error. You can't lay down on the couch.
Nope.
Lay down on the couch, it's game over. Game, set, match every time.
More times than not, I have to get up and check my phone to see who won the game. Because my wife always asks me a question the following morning, like, who won? Or the Chiefs win last night? Hell, you don't want to say, well, I didn't see it. She knew the TV was on. I'm not going to be embarrassed and say, no, I fell asleep in the third quarter. I don't know who won.
Was it? I was reading somewhere, and you brought up an interesting point. I think since Arizona won the National Basketball Championship, and don't quote me on the year here, but it's been almost 20 years since there has been a college basketball team west of Omaha that has won an NCAA basketball tournament championship. I mean, I think, you throw Kansas in there, and I think they're the furthest team west. Why in the hell, with all these teams that are playing in the championship on the eastern side of the state, are we starting this damn thing at 9 o'clock Central Time? Like, I don't understand why this game starts so late.
Because the TV market in California is so rich to them.
But the TV market in California doesn't have schools, so nobody's watching. You're not getting eyeballs.
Oh, yeah,
Put it on.
Yeah,
7 o'clock Eastern Time.
That's why they do that. The TV markets out in California are so big.
Stupid.
Anyway, anything else going on here to get started, or should we just dive into the stuff here we're going to talk about?
Tons of stuff. We've got tons of schedule changes that are going on too. If you listened to yesterday's show and got the schedule, you're going to have to get the schedule back out because we've moved some things around with Mother Nature and changes in the works in regards to baseball and softball this Friday now.
And I probably will have some more. Your softball was supposed to be on Saturday against the Dakota Wesleyan. They've moved those now to Friday. And then even after they moved them, they moved the game times like from the beginning of the day to the end of the game. They switched those all around. So now they're at 3 and 5. Is that right?
That's 3 and 5 was as of the last text that I got from Coach Baker last night about 9:30. I said that Dakota Wesleyan wasn't able to make it at 1, but would be able to do 3 and 5. So they pushed to 3 and 5 on a Friday.
All right, so you'll have a softball 3 and 5 against Dakota Wesleyan. I'll have baseball tomorrow at 3:30 and 6 o'clock against Northwestern. So what we'll do, we'll split the broadcast. We'll have baseball on Extreme Sports 1. We'll have a softball on Extreme Sports 2 tomorrow night. So that's what we do. There's no problem with that. It's real easy to do.
That's why we got 3 streams.
Yeah, that's why we got 3. We still got 1 to go. So anyway, softball will be on Extreme Sports 2 tomorrow, and we'll have baseball on Extreme Sports 1. Hastings College, baseball, they'll play Friday and Saturday. Saturday doesn't look real good as far as the weather is concerned. You had softball last night with Concordia, and they're going to try to sneak in a doubleheader with Dakota Wesleyan tomorrow. So that's what's going on there. Mm-hmm. We've got high school baseball coming up for you today. Hastings High will be on the field as they're going to play Gretna out at Duncan Field. First pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have the game here on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame at 4:15. Adams Central's baseball team also in action today. They're going to play at St. Paul Palmer. So after last week's snow wiped out a couple of games for Hastings High, and the teams were struggling to get started, now we're in full swing. And now the high school baseball season, which is not very long anyway, now we're going to shove a whole bunch of games in a short amount of time. So we're going to have a baseball quite often with the high school baseball teams with Hastings High and Adams Central.
You have 0 complaints from me, my man. The more baseball, the better.
Yeah, you got big day with Major League Baseball starting today.
Yeah.
What do we got? We got Cleveland playing at Kansas City today. Mm-hmm. We got Minnesota playing in St. Louis against your Cardinals. Mm-hmm. And the Los Angeles Angels and Chicago playing.
If you get a chance with St. Louis.
I thought Lou Dog says the Cubbies are playing Arizona.
That's what he said.
Oh, this must be the Los Angeles Angels playing the Chicago White Sox, maybe. Blue Dog says the Cubbies are
Cubs
up against
9-10 against the Arizona Diamondbacks today.
Yeah, that must be the Los Angeles Angels playing the Chicago White Sox.
3-10.
That's an afternoon game, and then the Cubbies are going to be playing out west at Arizona.
If you get an opportunity, and I don't know how you do this without the MLB TV package, if you have it and you want to go about an hour before the St. Louis Cardinals Minnesota Twins game, in my obviously biased opinion, the Cardinals have the greatest opening day celebration to welcome in the baseball season than any other team in Major League Baseball.
Why? What do they do?
Fully equipped with the Budweiser Clydesdale that lead off the parade. They go around the warning track, down the third base line, and ultimately park behind home plate. It's followed by the parade of Cardinals Hall of Famers. So you see the greats that have worn the Cardinal jersey, from everyone from Dennis Eckersley to Ozzie Smith to all sorts of Cardinal greats. Pujols, Molina, Wainwright, you bet they're going to be there. And it is just one of the best celebrations to christen the baseball season, and nobody does it better. And they still, here's another fact why I love St. Louis baseball so much, they still do the old-timey organ. They don't do the whole digital thing, USB into a Spotify playlist and just pump up some jams. No, they still have a full-time organist on staff.
Really?
And it's beautiful.
So they really have an organ there and everything, huh?
Yeah, they have the whole ball of wax. Yep. Got up and
Nice.
saw the organ on the tour. It was fantastic.
All right, so there you go. Another reason to buy the Major League Baseball package, just to watch the St. Louis pregame.
Several reasons to buy the MLB TV package, but
God.
that's among them.
All right. NCAA basketball tournament continues tonight. You're still in last place.
God, I can't wait to get out of this cellar, man. I got crap for it yesterday on the broadcast. They're like, "How's your bracket doing?" I'm like, "It's not very good. We've talked about this on the show."
Yeah, you're
No
in
need to
last
further
place still.
dig, man.
Well, tonight might be the night you dig out of last place.
Oh no, it's not. No, my moving day is Friday.
You can't get out of last place tonight?
Unless the people in front of me,
You don't know what they have, do you?
I don't, but I would imagine that Duke and Florida are probably among them.
Duke and Florida, they probably got as winners.
Like, you're
Is that
probably
what-
going to go chalk.
So you got Duke and Florida.
Yep. That's it.
Alabama BYU plays tonight.
I don't have either of those two teams.
Yeah, well, you got to have. Oh, yeah. You don't have either one of those two?
That's a double scratcher.
So
A scratch is going to advance
Well,
there.
Yeah, you're not going to get any points there.
Nope.
You don't have Arkansas or Texas Tech?
Nope. Nope.
No,
That was my Drake.
Yeah, you're going to be in last place again tomorrow.
Told you.
yeah, there's no way you're going to get out of last place. In fact, you might be further in last place tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to solidify last place tomorrow.
Yeah, you might have that
And then
maybe
we
locked
bounce.
up.
And then we bounce.
So
Friday, we
Friday,
can bounce.
Friday's your big day, you think?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
unless it goes
tomorrow.
south.
Tomorrow at this time, we're still going to be talking about Tyson being in last place of our bracket challenge because there's no way he can get out of last place.
Two things are going to happen Friday. Either one, we jolt and catapult up the standings, or we Sharpie
Well, got
Tyson
it.
Evronic's bracket in dead last.
Yeah, you'll be locked in to last place.
It'll be a total. I mean, we'll pass a bunch of people on the championship if Duke can make it all the way, but let's not put the cart before the horse. Yeah, we could Sharpie ourselves in last place this weekend.
All right. Well, Lexi's
the
still
Elite
on. Lexi Brooks is still on top of the bracket challenge.
Rolling.
I don't know. I haven't
You haven't opened
got
up a
into her.
bracket to see?
No, I haven't opened up her bracket to see what she's got tonight, but she's currently on top of the bracket challenge. I think I'm in a tie for sixth place. I think IT guy is up there. Our IT guy is up there along with you know who. Mm-hmm. That they must have did their brackets together.
You're on.
They probably sat down with a candle burning at the table,
God.
had their brackets out. Honey, who do you like in that game?
The nice romantic music of the CBS March Madness theme playing in the background on vinyl.
It's sure funny. They're still tied with the same score. Mm-hmm. Bracket guy and you know who. Mm-hmm. IT guy.
At least you guys are on page one.
That we are.
I have to hit page 3 to go find mine.
So anyway, the bracket challenge continues. Bamboo Mind and Body Spa got a little package together for the grand prize winner. Lexi'd like that. But we got a hot pack of dogs behind her.
Shane wants to know if they throw out free beer at Busch
Cardinal.
Stadium. They do not.
They do not?
No free beer.
How much is beer down there?
I think
You should
it was
know.
last year domestics were like 10 and you could upgrade and get like the craft beer. So we were perfectly positioned. I think we told this story on the show last year. We had just gotten back from vacation before we started Huddle Up, actually, and we went to St. Louis for a 3-game series, and we were positioned beautifully behind home plate. We had great seats, and literally 8 steps behind me was a craft beer bar. And you know me and my love for craft beer. And so I think like to upgrade to an IPA, it was like $12. And I was all over it. I was in heaven. 8 beers, 8 steps away from a Schlafly IPA. 6 rows back
for like
from home plate.
Is that like for a 16-ounce cup?
Yeah.
$12?
Mm-hmm. It's good prices.
You would think that Busch Stadium would have some deals on Busch beer. Do they serve Busch beer there? That's a stupid question. Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an Anheuser-Busch product.
So they serve Busch beer
in the capital of beers. Oddly enough, I don't think there's a whole lot of Miller Lite going around to Busch Stadium. No Coors
Probably
Light.
not. I couldn't walk
Bud
up.
Light, Busch Light.
Would they look at me funny if I walked up? Yeah, I'll take a Coors Light.
They'd be like, "Sir,
Get the hell out of here."
you need to go to the western end of the U.S. for that.
No, go to the back of the line.
Go to
idiot.
Coors Field.
You idiot.
Back of the
Get
line.
to the back of the line, you idiot. God. Anyway, a lot to talk about here today. If you'd like to chime in, we'd love to have you. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number. 402-834-1330. If you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, we're monitoring those as well. Just drop us a message, and we'll get to those. And thanks for joining us here at the breakfast table as we get you up and get you going here on a Thursday morning. It is 7:17.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We start off with nearly all of Nebraska being restored to full power following last week's blizzard. The South Central Public Power District announcing on social media yesterday that it has restored power to 99% of its residential customers. The company said they currently have just 6 customers who live along the Deweese or Edgar Spurs who are without power. From blizzards to wildfires, a wildfire northwest of Maxwell forcing residents to briefly evacuate yesterday for a fire burning near the Gray Bull Golf Course. North Platte Police Department asking residents near the area on Facebook to evacuate. That order was lifted at 5:40, only to be reinstated 40 minutes later. The evacuation order was lifted for a second time at approximately 7:30. Stapleton Public Schools had canceled after-school practices due to smoke in the area. Meanwhile, Grand Island has announced yesterday the new multiplex movie theater from B&B Theaters will open later this spring in the Conestoga Marketplace. The company confirmed that a May 1st grand opening date for its new cinema entertainment center, which will include a range of activities in addition to movie screenings. Meanwhile, it's another pizza option opening soon in Hastings. Yesterday on the Hastings Eats Facebook page, New York Pizza and Italian Restaurant announced plans to open in the old Papa Ray's building on 2nd Street. According to the Facebook post, they said you will be able to enjoy pizza, pasta, salads, and much more in Hastings. That's New York Pizza and Italian Restaurant opening soon on 2nd Street. Coming up on 7:20, let's head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, lots happening in sports. What's the latest?
Well, the Nebraska softball team beat Omaha 5-0 last night. Olivia DiNardo had a grand slam and 5 RBIs for the Huskers. Jordan Ball recorded a season-high 13 strikeouts, allowing only 1 base hit and 2 base runners. Ball retired the final 17 batters of the game. Nebraska is now 24-8 on the season and will host Purdue in a 3-game series coming up this weekend. The Nebraska women's bowling team was selected as the 2nd seed for the 2025 NCAA Bowling Regionals to begin postseason competition and will travel to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, April 4th and 5th. Nebraska will be joined by 6th-seeded Arkansas State, 10th-seeded Maryville, and Kunston Fayetteville State. The NCAA Regional will feature a double elimination format with 1 winner from each of the 4 regions advancing to the NCAA Championship in Las Vegas, April 11th and 12th. The Nebraska men's basketball team will play Arizona State on Monday in the first round of the College Basketball Crown in Las Vegas. Husker guard Raleigh Wooster has been ruled out of the tournament with a foot injury. Tip-off for the game will be at 7:30. Mason Miller and Pop Isaacs of Creighton have entered the transfer portal. Miller averaged 1.1 points and 1.6 rebounds per game off of the bench for the Blue Jays this season. In 2023-2024, Miller started all 33 of his team's games and averaged 5.6 points and 3.3 rebounds per game. He also shot 45% from three-point territory that season. This year, he had only 17% of his three-pointers, making 7 of 41 attempts. Meanwhile, Isaacs, he transferred from Texas Tech last season, averaged 16 points, 4.8 rebounds, 3.9 assists before having season-ending hip surgery. Hastings College softball team split a pair of games with Concordia last night at the Smith Complex. The Broncos won the first game 4-0. Kiara Brack allowed only 4 hits and struck out 2 in the opener. 8 of the 9 batters for Hastings had a base hit in the opening ball game. In the second contest, the Bulldogs scored 5 runs in the 6th inning to beat the Broncos by the score of 11-5. Hastings is now 15-13 in the season, 3-5 in the conference. They'll play host to Dakota Wesleyan on Friday. First pitch will be at 3. We'll have the action on Extreme Sports 2, beginning with a pregame show at 2:45. Hastings High baseball team will play host to Gretna today out at Duncan Field. Tigers are 1-0 in the season after beating York 12-2 on Tuesday. Gretna is 1-2. First pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame show at 4:15 this afternoon. The Adams Central baseball team will play at St. Paul Palmer today. The Patriots are 2-1 in the season. First pitch will be at 4:30. Leaders at Central Nebraska Lutheran School have announced that Jeremiah Slough will be the first principal at the Grand Island Lutheran High, as well as serving as the activities director and the head boys basketball coach. Slough has been a teacher and head boys basketball coach at Grand Island Senior High since 2014. He has also served as the head coach of the girls golf team. That's a check on your sports headlines this morning at 7:23 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Today will be an absolutely beautiful day and almost ideal because of not only warm temperatures, sunshine, but also lack of wind. But that changes on Friday. Hey, everybody, Tim Jones, Nebraska Weather TV. 82 is the high today on Thursday. Tonight, an overnight low of 57. Clear skies Friday, 84 degrees, but we'll have winds gusting to 35 miles per hour. Rain chances entered the picture Friday night and through the weekend with the chance of a rain-snow mix on Sunday.
Right now, the winds are calm. We've got partly cloudy skies. It is 52 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, located at 208 South Burlington, Suite 101 in Hastings. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating scalp treatments, and advanced Glow 2 facials, along with ozone therapy and frequency healing. Join us for our spring open house on March 29th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Enjoy free tours, 20% off all bookings, exciting giveaways, and a chance to win a $100 gift card for the first 30 product purchases. Become a member for 24-hour access to amenities like the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge, plus discounts on services and products. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Truly holistic care designed for you.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Extreme Sports has been bringing you the exclusive home of Hastings College Athletics, and we're just getting started. Thanks to our incredible sponsors and your support, Extreme Sports 2 has been a huge success, and now we're excited to announce the launch of Extreme Sports 3. With Extreme Sports 3, you'll get even more local sports coverage. Plus, 24/7 access to Sports by Line, where you'll hear the best in national sports talk. Whether it's Hastings College, high school action, or the latest from around the sports world, we've got it covered across all 3 streams. And don't forget, when we're not broadcasting games, join us weekday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for Huddle Up with Mike Will and Tyson Havronik. It's the perfect way to start your day with sports, news, weather, and great local interviews. So tune in, check out all 3 streams, and stay with us for even more sports coverage coming soon. Thank you to our sponsors for making it all possible, and to you, our listeners, for keeping Extreme Sports strong.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson Havronik with you. It's a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday. Again, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us here today, whether you're on our website at x-streamsports.com, maybe on your smartphone with our free mobile app, our smart speaker, Roku TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you are. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday as we get you up and get you going. A few things coming in on some of the social media sites. Mm-hmm. We were talking about beer at Busch Stadium going for $12.
Yeah.
Amber says you can get Busch Light beer at a NASCAR race for $4.
Play into the clientele. I like it.
$4 at a NASCAR race, $12 at a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were talking about the transfers coming, the transfer portal at Creighton. A couple of guys hitting the transfer portal. Evidently,
Freshman of the year.
Yeah, Creighton's got some big old stud from Iowa coming in to play for the Blue Jays. So
reigning freshman of the year heading over to the Jays. First of many.
Creighton loses a couple of guys, Mason Miller and Pop Isaacs.
Mm-hmm.
But they got somebody to start filling the roster.
Some big say old record number of transfers hit the portal at the beginning of the week.
Oh, I'm sure.
Something like 785 players.
Yeah, Fred talked about that. Fred talked about that during his news conference yesterday.
We'll hear from Fred in just a
7:29.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hear from Fred here in a second. We want to mention our trivia game one more time.
Yep.
It's up and running now on our website, x-streamsports.com/trivia. Go to that site, and we've got a 24-hour-a-day sports trivia game now running as a part of our offerings from Extreme Sports. Didn't have a chance to play it yesterday. I was busy. I'll see if I can sneak in a couple of games today. But it's a 24-hour sports trivia game you can play. Hell, you can play it in the office if you want.
You could.
Yeah, you're not doing anything and you want to look like you're busy. Just pull it up. Pull it up on your screen.
There you go.
x-streamsports.com/trivia.
Even has breaks between games, so you can go get a beer.
Yeah. Sports trivia, it's not only national sports trivia, it even goes to some local questions, too. So if you think you know your sports trivia, make sure you play our game. You need to register to get signed up. That just puts your handle or your name up on our scoreboard so you can tell your friends how damn
smart
impressive how smart you are. So get your name up there. So anyway, that's something new we've just devised this week. Looking forward to fine-tuning that, but it's active right now. x-streamsports.com/trivia. You can play our new offering here on Extreme Sports.
Want to also mention, I'm going to have to pay one of our sponsors a visit for Con Auto Care here probably next week.
What happened?
I don't know what it is about Concordia softball. And this is a backstory that's going to take a couple loops and turns. But you flash back to last year. I got a call from Coach Kohler over at Concordia. Was looking for some help for PA duties, public address. For a couple of their weekend GPAC series, they got moved up. They didn't have a PA guy available, and he's like, "I know a guy with a booming voice. I'm going to give Tyson a call." And so I said, "Yeah, sure. I'll go up to Seward, do some PA for you, man." I'm on my way to Seward. Different car, by the way. This was the old car that I'm now driving. We're on Interstate 80 near Waco exit. All of a sudden, the lights start beeping, and some steam start coming out of the engine. And we had overheated, and so I called up Coach Kohler as I pulled off to the shoulder, and I said, "Hey, bud, not gonna make it. Stranded outside of Waco," and so ended up having to call up a York Towing Company. It was Easter weekend, by the way, so there was not a whole lot of available towing options. So paid out the wazoo to get the car towed from the interstate over to the body shop. Hung out there for a day while they got me fixed up and ready to roll. And limped the car back home. And lo and behold, we're getting set for Concordia softball yesterday with Hastings College. I get everything ready. I get out to my car. And nothing on the alternator.
Wouldn't start?
Didn't even turn over.
Wow.
So, alternator probably gone out, I'm assuming. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I don't know the whole lot about cars. That's why I leave it up to the experts. But I'm going to give our good buddy a call and see if we can have a testimonial come next week.
Just Steve will get you handled.
Yep, we'll give Steve a call.
Well, next time we play Concordia, let me know, and I'll just go ahead and do the game myself. Yeah, because it looks like you and Concordia, you don't jive very well.
Man.
There's a curse. Mm-hmm. So how'd you hitch a ride from the field last night home?
No. This was before the game even started. So
no.
Yeah, talk about being up against it, right?
So
you like to be there 2 hours early. I only got there about 90 minutes early. Walked over to the parents' house, stole one of theirs.
Stole one of their cars?
I was like, I'm gonna borrow this for a hot minute.
All right, so.
Yep.
So you don't have a car right now?
I've got adequate transport. I have adequate transport.
We've got to get your car down to see the boys.
I have multiple.
Connet Auto.
It's due. It's due for a little overhaul. Got to get it ready for spring and summer travel season.
Steve will get you handled.
Yep.
Let's talk about Husker basketball. We're getting ready to play after 3 weeks, a 3-week break. We're getting ready to play next week in the College Basketball Crown out in Las Vegas. We're going to have several guys that are kind of on the injured list. I already told you about Raleigh Wooster. He's going to be out. He's got some foot problems. He's now evidently in a boot for the next 4 weeks, so he will not play. Braxton Mia, he injured his ankle the other day in practice, so he's going to be iffy for the tournament next week. Gavin Griffiths, he's got a back injury that he's dealing with, so he don't know if he's going to play. But the Huskers, they're fired up. They're going to play here in the College Basketball Crown next week, and the coach brought us up to date on some of those injuries yesterday.
Raleigh's been dealing with this injury going all the way back to December, and he's been playing with a plate in his shoe. And he's been really, really sore, and it just got to a point to where it's tough to put a lot of weight on it. So the decision was made to put him in a boot. He talked about trying to fight through it, but the best thing for Raleigh in his career is to shut him down and get him in the boot, get the recovery process started, and hopefully taken care of it. As of right now, it's not a surgical issue, and hopefully by immobilizing it, he'll be ready to go. In the next, I guess he's been in the boot now for a week. So, he'll have 3 more weeks in the boot and then reevaluate him. Braxton has been back on the court. He took a little bit of time off after the season to try to quiet his back down. And, he's starting to gradually get back into it. So, we'll see how he is. He'll be game time decision when we get out to Las Vegas. And then Gavin, he twisted his ankle in practice yesterday, but with a couple days of treatment, hopefully he'll be available for us when we take the floor on Monday.
Huskers did get some good news this week when Reich Mast announced that he will be returning to the Huskers next season. He's coming off of an injury this year.
And, getting Rink back is huge, and that was such a great announcement. He's basically been cleared to start doing more activity on the court. He's been doing pretty much all treadmill work to this point. We've had to hold him back. He is just itching to get back out there on the floor, start doing some cutting, moving, shooting, stationary shooting, and get back ready in the next couple months to make the same impact that he did for our team last year. But, getting Rink back is such a huge move, as big as any offseason move that we'll have, is getting Rink Mast back on the court.
So the Huskers, they missed the NCAA basketball tournament. We're playing in the College Basketball Crown instead. But the coach says he'll go back and kind of evaluate the season.
We'll go back and watch every game. We do it, obviously, throughout the course of the season, going back and watching how we can close out those close games. And, that was the biggest thing for us. We had some things happen to us. Obviously, we've talked about that, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we didn't make the NCAA tournament. And we got to do everything we can to get back there and be consistently in that tournament and, a winner in that tournament. And that's what we're going to do. And, it's one of those games where we won close games last year. We didn't win them this year. And we got to find a way to do that. We got to win our home court games. You have to protect the vault. We have one of the best home court advantages in the country. Last year it worked. We were 10-0 in league. This year we were 4-6. That's not good enough. And, we got to find a way again to close out those close games. And it was different ways. It's not like it happened the same way for us every game. And, we got to be better. We got to be better. We got to close out the close ones. You look at Michigan. They're on the other end of it. How many games? I think 13 or 14 games now they've won under 5 points. That's why they're still playing. And, that's why we are where we are. So you got to find a way to do that. And you win your close games in this business, you're going to be playing in March in the tournament that you want to be in.
So the Huskers will be leaving Saturday for Las Vegas. They'll play on Monday against Arizona State, and the coach says that they're excited about playing in the College Basketball Crown.
Listen, I was part of the NBA for a lot of years where the Summer League was played out in Vegas, and we won that thing one year. We were in Vegas for 14 days, which is a long damn time to be in Las Vegas. But if things go the way you want it, then we're going to be there for a week this year, and you got to manage that. Believe me, we'll have somebody talk to our guys about the temptations that come with being in that city for hopefully as long as we're going to be there. And, again, our guys focused. They did a great job. They won the championship in Hawaii. They had fun out there, but at the same time, they took care of business. So that has to be the focus going out there now. But it's been so well run, and we're excited to continue to play. And this hasn't happened in this program very often, where you play 2 consecutive years in postseason basketball. Especially one of those being an NCAA berth. And as close as we were this year, in as many gut punch losses as we had, our guys want to go out and finish this thing the right way. So, it's, yes, to keep the focus for 3 weeks. You see guys jumping into the portal from a lot of these teams that are still playing. Even NCAA teams have guys going into the portal right now, which is crazy. Amy, to your point of, that disrupts, the flow on, continuity going into the postseason, into the Sweet 16 run, and you're missing guys that have been there with your team all year long. So, yes, it's an honor to continue to play. I've said this from day one. These last couple years have been some of the most fun I've ever had in coaching because of the makeup and the character of our players. And I think you see that. We haven't had anybody go in the portal. And that's I think, a pretty good sign, that you're doing things the right way. And, you want guys to continue to play and to go out there and compete. And then we'll see what happens when we're done. But, yes, to continue to play, basketball at this time of year. And listen, we won the Hawaii Championship. That felt pretty damn good. And we talked about that. There's a lot of different events out there, CBI, NIT, NCAA, Crown. If you win one of those, man, that's a hell of a feeling. And, still one of the best seasons that this program has had was winning the NIT championship. So, it's something that I think was remembered, and those players were honored, and rightfully so. So, if we have an opportunity to compete for a championship, we're going to do everything we can to put our players in a great position. And, whatever the results are, we'll live with it. But, again, our guys are prepared the right way, just like they have all year. And they want to go out the right way with as many, those tough gut punch losses that we had, man. It was a hard year from that perspective. But these guys, they never lost focus. They never didn't come in with the right attitude, with the right mentality, with continuing to learn. And I give our guys all the credit in the world, man. We went through some tough times. And they've continued to come in here and work, and I give our guys all the credit in the world.
Yeah, we're listening to Fred Hoiberg. He was before the media yesterday in Lincoln as the Huskers get ready to play in the college basketball crown next week in Las Vegas. He says the players really wanted to play in this tournament.
Well, I brought our leadership. We have a leadership group. I brought them into my office, and I talked to them. I said, what do you guys want to do? And to a man, they said, we're playing. Not one guy said, well, I don't know, Coach. I don't know if we should continue on with this. Maybe it's time to start preparing for the draft, or maybe it's time to go out and explore some different options. But to a man, they were great. And they went in, and when we got in front of the team in the film room that day after I met with the leadership group, Bryce was the one that got up and said, guys, we're doing this. And we're going to go out there, and this isn't 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We are both feet in, and we're going to do everything we can to, compete for a championship. So, again, that's a great sign for us. Other teams that decided not to play might be in a different situation. They may have known things that half their team was going to go into the portal, or, maybe they didn't have a situation where they were all going to be all in. And again, I think we'll go out there and compete, but until we get on that floor, you never know with the 3-week layoff of what you're going to look like. But, it's, like I said, it's been a joy to coach this group, and, to have these 3 more weeks with them has been awesome. And, you just do everything you can. But again, I think it speaks to the character of our guys, Amy, when you have a group that wanted to continue to compete and do it together, and they talked about that. Even Raleigh, when he shut down, he was devastated that he wasn't going to play. And he talked to the team. He's going to continue to be here and, cheer him on. And, it's a guy that's battled through some really tough. You look at Raleigh's numbers in November, guys, he averaged, I think it was 10-6 in that first month. And he just, to play on 1 foot for the rest of the year and to take bullets like he did, I mean, that's not easy to do. I mean, he could have said, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm going to go back to Utah, or where's he from? Montana. Anyway, but he wanted to continue to be here with the guys and continue to go out there and compete. He transferred from Utah, but it's. Again, I love the kid, and for what he did to battle through it, I don't think anybody had any idea how much pain that kid was in, what he competed through. So, I'm proud of these guys. Even though we're not in where we want to be and didn't accomplish the main goal that we had, these guys are still going out there and fighting.
And what about the opponents we're going to see on Monday in Arizona State?
Very talented, a team that scored over 100 points at Arizona late in the year. Played Texas Tech in the tournament. 2 games before the tournament. It was a 2-possession game with about 7 minutes left, and Texas Tech went on an unbelievable run. K-State was a 1-possession game late. So, it's a team, if they're comfortable, they're really good, and they're very talented. So, again, you just got to go out there in these tournaments and hopefully get off to a great start. That is so important in these events. Confidence is a huge thing, and, it's going to be a big part of this game, but they've got size on their front line, and their guards can put the ball in the basket. So, again, hopefully getting off to a good start and sustaining it for 40 minutes.
All right, that's Fred Hoiberg as the Huskers getting ready to load up and head to Las Vegas. Getting off to a good start has not been the forte for the Huskers, especially the last month of the season. We've been off to horrendous starts. Some games at the end of February and first part of March.
That last stretch of 6 for the Huskers was just doomed by, you'd look up at the game and there's 15 minutes left in the first half and you're down 8, down double digits, and so getting off to a quick start, but I think more importantly, right, it's the mentality issue. He brought it up. You're spending, if you're gonna win this damn thing, 3 weeks in Vegas. Okay, I remember what I was like as a 20-year-old, 19-year-old kid. And if you would have thrown me in Vegas for 3 weeks, I'd have been booked.
Yeah, I don't think the tournament's going to be that long. I think the tournament, he was referring to his NBA days, 3 weeks, but I think this tournament is going to be just over a week long, but still a week in Vegas.
Hell, I can't spend 4 days.
3 days is enough.
Yeah.
He's going to bring in some people to talk to the team about life and times in Las Vegas for a week.
Hell, he could bring us. We're experts in that.
Oh, jeez.
That we are experts on.
Can you imagine spending a whole week in Las Vegas as a college kid?
No.
The temptations that they would have in that city.
Mm-hmm. I love the city. I love going.
I'd lock those players in their rooms.
Yeah.
I'd lock them in there. You'd have to.
3 days is plenty. 3 days is plenty.
I'm sure if they happen to lose early, they're coming back home.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to stay out in Vegas for a week and don't have anything to really play for. We're not going to play again, guys, so you're kind of on your own.
Yep.
We're going to fly back home next Saturday.
Good luck.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
all right,
that's a long time.
So anyway, well, hopefully they have something on their mind and they can win a couple of games and maybe go for the championship there to kind of wrap up their season on a high note. Arizona State, they'll be the first opponent.
Like he said, still one of the most memorable seasons of Husker basketball was an NIT championship season. Wasn't the season where we got into the NCAA tournament and got bounced in the first round. I still think when you think back and look back at the last 30 years of Husker basketball, the one team that jumps out at you is Tyronn Lue's NIT championship team. With Belcher and Piakowski. That's the squad we remember. So,
not the NCAA basketball team?
I can't name you one player on that squad. So, yeah, go out there and win some hardware and make some memories and put some trophies in the hardware case for Husker basketball. Let's do this.
We did it.
Here, we might as well win it,
That's what I always say. We're here. Let's win the damn thing.
Yep.
We did it in Hawaii.
Yep.
Did it in Hawaii during the Christmas break when they went over there. They won the championship over in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Why not put it together here for the college basketball crown?
Arizona State.
God. I can't believe the bookkeeper didn't send us.
I know. We could have had a live show.
So many possibilities. Street. Yeah, oh God. So many possibilities. We could have went out there and covered the Huskers.
So many possibilities that got going really wrong, too.
Yeah, that's what she said, too.
Because what is it? It's 5 o'clock in the morning in Vegas, right? They're 2
Right
hours
now-
ahead.
Yeah, right now it would be.
Yeah, we would just be stumbling in back from a night at the casino.
5:49. It would be. No, that wouldn't work. It would be 5:49, and you and I would be on the air. That wouldn't work.
Live from Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Good morning, as we're sipping we could be like Jim, sipping margaritas in the morning.
Yeah, when he was on during his vacation to Mexico, he was talking about the horses sipping a margarita down on the beach.
Could be talking Husker hoops with a margarita.
Possibilities. Anyway, Huskers and Arizona State on the Monday again, 7:30 starting time. So that's what's going on with Nebraska basketball. After the NCAA plays their, what are we, the round of 16 now?
16.
We get started tonight again with 4 games tonight. Tyson will still be in last place of our bracket challenge tomorrow when we talk. Eastern Regional, BYU will play Alabama. Arizona will take on Duke. In the West, it's Florida against Maryland and Arkansas against Texas Tech. I know I'm on Duke and I know I'm on Florida.
Yep.
Let's see, BYU and Alabama. I've got Alabama advancing. So I still got them going. Arkansas and Texas Tech. They are in the West. Arkansas and Tech. Oh, I do have. Let's see. I don't have anybody advancing.
You're a double
Arkansas.
slash there.
I got Texas Tech, but I've got them against St. John's, and I got St. John's winning.
Yeah.
They're already out. So that game has no bearing.
A play that I really like today, if I was to jaunt up to the Elite Casino Sportsbook, I like Arkansas as a 5.5-point dog.
Against
I think
Texas
that's a
Tech?
one-possession game either way. I like Arkansas tonight.
Yeah, this is coming from a guy that's in last place of the bracket
Calipari
challenge.
has he's really impressed me with what he's been able to do with that Arkansas program. I would take them as much success as the SEC has. Why not?
Well, they beat. Didn't they beat Kansas?
They beat Kansas in the first round.
Then they beat St. John's.
Took down the top 2 seed.
Yeah. Now they're playing
hot basketball.
Texas Tech, the number 3 seed in the West.
Play them while they're hot. That's my advice. That's my pick of the day.
All right, pick of the day. Bank it. Book it.
Or go the opposite.
Yeah. With what you got going in a bracket challenge, and you throw out a pick here on.
Yeah, there's not a lot of weight that people are going to probably put on it.
I don't see a mass exit and heading to Grand Island and making a wager on that one.
Yeah, lobby's still full and nobody left.
Yeah, lobby. Yeah, nobody's going to quickly go to their stash and, Tyson, he's on a hot one today.
I like that at 5.5, though.
We'll see how that comes out. All right, 7:52, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
All right, we will start off with the new today. We've got some brand spanking new things coming into the 281 corridor, starting in Grand Island, where yesterday officials announced that the new multiplex movie theater from B&B Theaters will be opening later this spring in the Conestoga Marketplace. The company has confirmed a May 1st grand opening for its new cinema and entertainment center, which will include a range of activities in addition to movie screenings. Meanwhile, it's another pizza option opening soon here in Hastings, as yesterday on the Hastings Eats Facebook page, New York Pizza, an Italian restaurant, announced plans to open in the old Papa Ray's building on 2nd Street. On the Facebook page, they announced that you will be able to enjoy pizza, pasta, salads, and much more in Hastings. And we move up to continued coverage on the power outages and the blizzards, as nearly all of Nebraska has been restored to full power following last week's blizzard. The latest update from the South Central Public Power District on social media yesterday said that it has restored power to 99% of its residential customers. The company said that currently just 6 customers who live along the Deweese and Edgar Spur are without power. From blizzards to wildfires, a wildfire northwest of Maxwell forcing residents to briefly evacuate yesterday for a fire that was burning near the Gray Bowl Golf Course. The North Platte Police Department asking residents near the area on Facebook to evacuate at around 4 o'clock. That order was lifted at 5:40, only to be reinstated 40 minutes later when the fire rekindled. The evacuation order was lifted for a second time just after 7:30. Stapleton Public Schools had to cancel their after-school practices due to smoke in the area. It is now coming up on 5 minutes till. We'll head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's the Haps in sports?
Well, Hastings College softball team splitting a pair of games with Concordia last night. They won the first game 4-0, dropped the second game 11-5. Hastings now 15-13, 3-5 in the conference. They'll play host to Dakota Wesleyan on Friday. First pitch will be at 3. We'll have the action on Extreme Sports 2, beginning with the pregame show at 2:45. Hastings High baseball team will play host at Gretna today at Duncan Field. Tigers are 1-0 in the season. Gretna 1-2. First pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have it for you on Extreme Sports, beginning at 4:15 this afternoon. Adams Central baseball team will play at St. Paul Palmer today. First pitch will be at 4:30. Jeremiah Slough has been hired as the first principal at Grand Island Lutheran High. He'll also serve as the activities director and the head boys basketball coach. Slough has been a teacher and head boys basketball coach at Grand Island Senior High since 2014. He was also the school's head girls golf coach. And the Nebraska softball team, they beat Omaha last night by a score of 5-0. Huskers are now 24-8 on the season. They will play host to Purdue in a 3-game series coming up this weekend.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Today will be an absolutely beautiful day and almost ideal because of not only warm temperatures, sunshine, but also lack of wind. But that changes on Friday. Hey, everybody, Tim Jones, Nebraska Weather TV. 82 is the high today on Thursday. Tonight, an overnight low of 57. Clear skies Friday, 84 degrees, but we'll have winds gusting to 35 miles per hour. Rain chances entered the picture Friday night and through the weekend with the chance of a rain-snow mix on Sunday.
Right now, the winds are calm. It's 52 degrees at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, located at 208 South Burlington, Suite 101 in Hastings. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating scalp treatments, and advanced glow 2 facials, along with ozone therapy and frequency healing. Join us for our spring open house on March 29th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Enjoy free tours, 20% off all bookings, exciting giveaways, and a chance to win a $100 gift card for the first 30 product purchases. Become a member for 24-hour access to amenities like the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge, plus discounts on services and products. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Truly holistic care designed for you.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class winged beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
All right, you're listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports as we get you up and get you out the door here for this Thursday, the 27th day of March for 2025. Just about had it all today, didn't we? We had Husker basketball, hearing from Fred Hoiberg as the Huskers prepare for the college basketball crown that begins on Monday in Vegas. Again, the Huskers will play at 7:30 on Monday against Arizona State. People are probably saying, what, the Huskers still playing? What?
Rolling,
what? They're still playing? Yeah, we're still playing. We've had like 3 weeks off.
It was weird to hear Hoiberg again after a 3-week hiatus. It was a little bit weird for me. Just because I had kind of put them out of sight, out of mind, you know?
Yeah, after they didn't make the tournament, everybody just thinks, well, their season's over.
And the pop and circumstance of the tournament kind of takes over, and you kind of forget that Nebraska basketball was oh so close had we not had a few one-possession games go our way. Next thing you know, you hear Fred talking about getting ready for Arizona State. I'm like, what?
You would think that they could move this tournament up and play.
By a lot.
Yeah, well, they could play on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because the NCAA tournament doesn't play until Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You would think that they could move this tournament up and we can play, like during the NIT, they play on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Is it like due to like the tournaments don't want to compete with each other?
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably.
But you would think basketball fans would tune in to a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday scenario. Then they could take like Thursday, Friday, Saturday off, Sunday off, and play their next rounds like Monday and Tuesday the following week.
And you could just have college basketball that runs from St. Patrick's Day all the way till April.
That's what it is. It's March Madness.
All the time. Well, that's what I'm saying. But if you pushed it up a little bit, you could literally have like basketball every day. But we don't get paid to make those decisions.
No.
That's why the game is at 9 o'clock for a national championship on a Monday. Another soapbox for another time, perhaps.
Yeah. We'll sneak up to that as we get closer. We'll sneak up to that as we get closer.
It's Christmas morning. It's Christmas
All right,
morning for me.
We've got Major League Baseball opening season is today. Are you working today?
Of course. I got to go teach kiddos.
Oh, you got to teach?
Yeah, I'm going to put baseball in the tube, though.
And your nighttime gig tonight, too?
Nighttime gigs tonight, too.
You better...
Put baseball in the tube there. Put baseball in the tube at class.
I was going to say.
It's a sports class.
It's sports class today at
yeah, I'm the only one that can get away with it. It's a news and sports journalism class, so watching baseball is perfectly within my...
is that what you're going to do for class today?
Probably.
What are you going to say? What are you going to teach?
I haven't finalized the class plans, but it's more than likely Baseball 101.
So we're going to sit down?
Yep.
And make the kids write a story maybe of what game they saw?
Yeah.
I suppose
got done doing that for the March Madness tournament.
I suppose I could see some merit in that.
Thank you.
Flip on a game this afternoon, act like you're there.
Yep.
Act like you're there, and you've got to write a story on this baseball game.
Talking about the important parts and the aspects that happen in a game.
Yeah, I could see some merit in that.
Thank you.
God, your boss walks by.
I don't know if the administration can, but...
your boss, your administration walks by your door today, and you've got the baseball game on.
Oh, they saw it in October when it was playoff baseball.
Yeah, I see some merit in that, though.
The administration, they're baseball fans, though. They'd probably join me.
You're teaching kids how to cover sporting events. What better way to do that than, All right. So that's what's on your agenda. I've got Hastings High baseball coming up tonight, 4:30 Actually, this afternoon, 4:30 will be the first pitch on the air with pregame. 4:15 this afternoon, the Tigers taking on Gretna today in high school baseball, so we'll have that for you. Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network will join us on the show tomorrow. Just one of several things we'll chat about tomorrow on the show. 7 o'clock starting time. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock starting time tomorrow for Huddle Up. Remember, you can listen to this show again if you'd like. Go to the podcast section, any one of our social media sites. Listen to the podcast of this show. Even if you're on Roku TV, there's an app there that you can listen to this show again in its entirety if you'd like. Listen to it 2 or 3 times if you'd like. Don't have anything on the tube and you want to watch us?